Alright, David Harry here, and in this video I'm going to be trying out one of these tempered glass screen protectors here with my iPhone 15, which is the standard iPhone 15. Now these screen protectors are by a company called amFilm or amFilm. I'm not entirely sure how that is actually pronounced. Now just to be super clear here, I've received these in exchange for a review, and although no money has changed hands, I am classing this video as a sponsored video. Okay, so inside the box we actually get two sets of near enough everything here. So what I'm going to do is just pull one of these out of the way and I will show you what each set consists of. Okay, so what we're looking at here then is one entire set for one of the tempered glass screen protectors, and don't forget there are two sets of these within that package. Now what I'm going to do is just quickly go over what's here. So on the left here, what we've got is this dust removal sticker set. However, I don't think we're going to need that, and I'll explain why in a second. Then what we've got here are actually some lens protectors as well. Now, the only thing is with this video, I'm only going to concentrate on the actual screen protector, but at some point I will take a close look at these lens protectors to see if they're okay. But it's actually really cool that you do get a set of lens protectors with each of the actual tempered glass screen protectors here. Now, what we've got here is a wet wipe. Then we've got a drying cloth there. Now, the reason why I don't believe we're going to need these dust removal stickers is because we've got one massive dust removal sticker here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one performs. And then there is the tempered glass screen protector itself, which I have to say, just looking at it, looks like it has got a super easy applicator on it as well. So that's going to be extremely interesting to see if that goes on first time. And then the one shared element between the two sets is this thing here. And this is basically just a tool which allows you to push out any stray bubbles at the edges of the screen protector once it's being applied. Okay, so all the cleaning stuff is obviously self-explanatory, so I won't be explaining how to use those things. However, I will show you me doing the cleaning bit and stuff. However, what I'm really interested in here is this massive dust removal sticker. So the idea behind this is once you've cleaned the phone, you just peel the sticker off here, place it on the phone, and then lift it off, and that is going to hopefully help to take any kind of dust that's settled on the phone. Then after that point, we then apply the tempered glass screen protector, and as we're going to see here, the whole thing just fits straight over the phone like that. Now, just before you fit this over the phone to apply it, there's actually like a little tab under here, which hopefully we can see. So what happens is you rip that tab right off, and then that exposes the other, the underside of the screen protector. Then you flip it over, and then you press down and apply the screen protector. Now, there's also an alignment here, which we should be able to see. So there's like this bump bit at the top, and it says top on it. So all you got to do is make sure that you align that to the top edge of the phone. Okay, so with all that explained there, what I'm going to do is maybe do this now in real time. So start off with the cleaning and so on and so forth, and then that will give you a good idea of how long this process probably should take. Now, I might talk a little bit as I do this. However, I do want to stay quite quiet because I do want to concentrate on what's going on here. So let's just get into this and let's just see how this all moves forward. Oh yes, and just one last quick thing here as well. Anytime you do anything like this with any screen protectors, make sure you have thoroughly cleaned your hands. The slightest bit of dust or dirt or whatever that gets on like your phone can absolutely ruin these things. So just make sure you've got thoroughly cleaned hands, which I have done. I've just been to the bathroom and done that before I started the video. So what I'm going to do here is take out the wet wipe. Okay, and obviously all we're going to do here is use the wet wipe to kind of like go right over the phone. Now, when you do these things with the wet wipes, what you should really also concentrate on is getting right up to the edges and the corners of the screen as well, because quite often that's where some of the muck and grease can kind of all start sticking to the phone and stuff in the corners like that. Maybe I should have switched the screen off here before I started on this, but I've started now, so yes, the screen's going to have to stay on. Hopefully it doesn't get too distracting. But like I say, just go right into the like corners and right along the edges and stuff. I mean, this phone is actually brand new. I've literally just done the unboxing video, so hopefully the screen on this isn't too mucky or anything. Anyway, so I think I've given that a really good going over with the wet wipe. So what I'm going to do now, hold on a second. Yeah, there we go. There's the drying cloth. So I'm going to get on there with that drying cloth. Now, you know, the same thing with the drying cloth. Just make sure that you get right into like the corners and the straight edges. What it is, most people tend to concentrate just on the middle part of the screen there, which obviously you should do, but you know, always give the corners and whatnot a really good going over, because like I say, they're like the places where most of the gunk tends to accumulate, you know, on your phone and stuff. So yeah, getting right into those things is a good thing. All right, so I think that is now sufficiently dry enough. Now also here as well, even if it isn't bone dry, I mean the idea is to get it bone dry, but even if it isn't, any residual cleaning fluid left on the screen ain't gonna be problematic. It will actually come out over time anyways, but as far as I'm concerned, that is now super bone dry. Okay, so let me get that out the way. Now what I'm gonna do here is rip this dust removal sticker thing off, and then I'm just going to like put it down and pat it down on the screen and then tear it off. Well, not tear it off, it shouldn't need tearing, it should just come off straight away. And the idea behind this is that it does take off any kind of like dust that may collect after you've cleaned the screen. However, what I would say to you is when you do this, I would probably have like the screen protector like really close to the phone, and as soon as you've done that drying element there, then go straight on with this, you know, dust removal stick and thing. And then as soon as this is taken off, go straight on with the actual screen protector after you've removed the cellophane off the bottom. Now of course, because I'm talking a lot here, I'm not actually doing this as best as possible, but I would just strongly recommend that when you do these things, you just kind of, you know, go at an even pace with it, but just kind of go through each stage as quickly as possible. And that just means that you're going to kind of get the least amount of like muck on the screen in between the cleaning element and then applying the screen protector. Of course, as I've been saying this, there's some dust has now appeared on the phone. Okay, well, let's just say that that is clean and it's okay. So let me crack on with this. I'm going to use the dust removal thing here. So let me just peel this off. See if I can try and get this on camera as I'm peeling it. So it's just a big thing here that just peels right off, as we can see. And the cool thing is that actually covers the entire screen for the phone there. So let me just get that on there. So the idea is you just kind of like pat this down over the phone. Now when you lift it off, what it should do is it should pull any dust off. However, in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to leave that there for a second, and I'm going to prep the tempered glass screen protector first, and then get it on as soon as I've done that. So of course, like I've already said, we have to remove the film from underneath the protective layer here. So let me do that first. So I'm going to rip this off. Now as soon as I rip this off, I'm going to turn this over or like upside down like that again, just so that no more dust can collect on the underneath. Okay, so let me just do this. So whiz that off quickly, and then I'm going to turn that over like that. So hopefully no more dust can go on the other underside there, because that underside there is what actually goes onto your phone's screen. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift this off and then get this on as quickly as possible, and remembering to keep the bit that says top at the top of the phone. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, that's off. Get that on straight away. Okay, let me try and center this a bit. Okay, so that should just guide itself right on. Is that on? I believe that is totally on there. That's cool. Okay, well, that seems to be easy. Let me just double check something here. Actually, you know what? That felt too easy. Yeah, that seems to be on perfectly. Now, what it is, once it's on, there's actually like a cutout right through the middle here of the applicator, and all you're supposed to do is like put your finger at the top and then run it down there, and then that will actually push the screen protector onto the onto the screen of the phone. So let me do that. Oh yeah, and by the way, I might be kind of like messing up a little bit here with what I'm saying. It's only because I'm trying to do it all in one take in real time, so you can see exactly what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top there, and then I'm just going to run my finger down. Okay. Now hopefully that's adhered the screen protector to the phone, and then now all we've got to do is lift off that like frame bit. So what I'm going to do actually is keep my fingers here. Let's see if this might help. So I'm going to keep my fingers there. No, that doesn't help because there's some more like, protective layer there. So I think what we do is just lift that. Yeah, we just lift that straight off there. So there we go, that comes straight off. Okay. Now, you're not going to be able to see this immediately. However, give me a second. Right, so I'll do some close-ups in a minute, but you know what? That actually looks really good. Okay, right. You might not be able to see this. There are like some slight bubble bits on the edge here, maybe. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use this tool thing around the edges. Give us a sec. Oh, that's come straight off. Right, what it is, you may not have seen these, but there was some like slight bubbling towards the edge. But as soon as I've gone over with this, oh, that's fantastic. Wow, okay. Let me just give this a little bit of a once-over across the top here. Right, okay. Right, what I'm going to have to say here is that this is super easy, right? Okay, now that's gone on perfectly by the looks of it. So just give me one moment. I need to try and work out a way that I can get the phone as close to the lens of the camera so we can have a good solid look across the entire screen here. Okay, so what I've done here, I've got my phone on top of a box and I've clearly focused straight onto the screen here. So what I'm going to do is push the box forward slowly so we can see the entire length of the screen. Now we will have to stay quiet for this and concentrate, but yeah, check this out. Okay, so hopefully as you could see there was absolutely no issues with that tempered glass screen protector. Definitely no bubbles that I could see, and I couldn't even see like even the smallest of bits of dust underneath it. That has gone on amazingly well. Now the other thing as well, as you will have noticed, there is a bit of a border around the actual tempered glass screen protector, so it doesn't fit across the entire front of the phone, but what it does do is cover the the actual kind of like pixel area of the screen. So that little space that's around it means that this will actually help you to put the phone in a case as well with the tempered glass screen protector on. Now right now, unfortunately, I do not have a case to put the phone in, but I can see straight away that that is not going to be an issue. However, is there going to be an issue with touch sensitivity? Let me have a quick look. Absolutely not, no. Right, so that touch sensitivity there is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I'm not going to go diving into all kinds of apps and stuff. I can just tell straight away from this that there is absolutely no problem with touch sensitivity. Okay, so that should just about do it then for this video, and immediately I'm going to have to say that this is a serious recommendation for a tempered glass screen protector for your iPhone 15. Now don't forget, there are going to be like, much more expensive ones out there, because this is actually super cheap, this one, and you do get two of them in the set. I don't know like what the prices are going to be all around the world, but at the time of me doing this, I think this set was like £9 in the UK, and that is extremely cheap for these things. But what I was going to say then is you can spend a lot more money on these tempered glass screen protectors. Now the thing is, yes, some of them might have certain other advantages, but the one thing that they're not going to do is like protect your screen from like bricks being thrown at the screen or hammers hitting the screen. Not that anybody out there in their right mind is going to start throwing bricks and hammers at their screen, but when you see, like, you know, some of these, like, you know, advertisements for, you know, like the publicity for some of these things, you see some crazy stuff going on, like people attacking the phones with knives and stuff like that. Now, none of these tempered glass screen protectors are going to protect your phone screen from anything other than, you know, like, you know, scratches to the screen. So as a, for instance, if this phone was in your pocket and you didn't have, like, you know, like a wallet style case on it, these tempered glass screen protectors are definitely going to help to stop your phone from getting, like, scratched up, you know, as far as, like, say, keys in your pocket are concerned. But like I say, they're not designed to stop bullets, like, you know, from smashing your phone and stuff like that. So what I'm getting at here is, although these are super cheap, I think they're going to be great anyway, and probably just as good as anything else. Anyways, that will do it for that, because I obviously don't know when to shut my face. Okay, so what it is, there's going to be links to everything used in this video in the video description below. If you've liked the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and a sub to the channel would be absolutely tremendous. I'm David Harry. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care, and goodbye now.